2005, Iskcon Brampton was inaugurated, and Maharaj's vision to start something in GTA. Since then, there has been many centers: Scarborough, Milton, Burlington, Oakville, Niagara Falls, and Iskcon Mississauga is the latest. So that's because of the vision of His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami, His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami Ki. And many more will be coming. So without further ado, I'd like to pass the mic on to His Holiness Bhaktimarga Swami, and we will hear from him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Om Jnanatamrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Thank you very much for coming to the program today. I am so pleased that this is happening. It's kind of overdue to have something in Mississauga, and it is the 7th largest city in Canada. It's about time, right? Especially we have something in Huntsville, population 20,000. Might as well do something with a place that's like 820,000 people. What do you think? Before we begin, I would just like to do the land acknowledgement. If we could ask everyone to settle down a little bit, that would really be cool. That would be nice, just quiet. First of all, I'd like to ask how many people are actually from Mississauga? Put up your hands, and you can yell and scream if you like. Okay, very good. How many people are from Brampton? That's pretty good. How many people are from Toronto? We're all doing pretty good. Did I miss any place? Timbuktu. Any other places? Really? Timbuktu? Okay, so far. Thank you very much. Before coming here, we, myself and Nimai Nitai, we had a chance to walk along the Credit River. It was a wonderful walking trail. I'd like to, before we begin with this inauguration, give the land acknowledgement. So if we could just be quiet and reverential on this, that would really be appreciated, okay? Haribol. Only the squirrels are chattering because all the nuts are out right now. We don't want to do that. We're not squirrels. We acknowledge the lands which constitute the present-day city of Mississauga as being part of the treaty and traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederation, and the Huron-Wendat and Wendat nations. If you want to know, so let us give them some honor by showing some applause for our First Nations. Just to remind everyone that the people who lived here first, they didn't make a mess. They left the skies clear, the waters were clean, and the land was not contaminated. They left that for us like this. Now we have to ask, what are we doing about it? Hare Krishna. Okay, the name Mississauga comes from the Anishinaabe word Mississauga, meaning those at the great river mouth. It is closely related to the Ojibwe word Mississauga, which means a river with many outlets. Hare Krishna. So now, it's been mentioned that it was my vision to have temples all over the place and centers all over the place. It's not really my vision. I did not start this. I did not have that dream. Rather, it was the dream of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who states in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that everywhere, all over the world, the name of the Lord would be heard. Now, members of the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition were not really quite aware, or they were not really quite aware of what this prediction meant in every town and village. Was it in Bengal? Was it in some other areas surrounding Bengal where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born? nobody really understood clearly what it meant. But then, 4 centuries later, Bhaktivinoda Thakur had a vision. And when he had a house across from the Jalangi River, near the confluence of the Ganges and the Jalangi, he had a vision that across the river there would be many people gathering together, and they would be chanting the glories of Mahaprabhu. They would chant Jai Satchinandan, which means the son of Sachi Devi. It would be something that was to come true. He also said there will be Americans, Germans, Russians, Europeans, people from all over the world would come and glorify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it was an inclusive statement. And then more recently, Srila Prabhupada, he proved that there would be Krishna's name in every town and village. Shortly after he was born, somebody was conscripted who did prophecies, an astrologer. And he said, this little boy that was born we predict that he will go over the ocean and he will be a spiritual exponent. And he would establish 108 centers around the world. So before Srila Prabhupada, the founder of the Hare Krishna movement, passed away, a count was done, how many centers he had. It was exactly 108. Hare Krishna. Predictions. Yeah, great. Thank you very much. We're making some seating arrangements for other devotees. So I would just like to, not just a welcome here, but I just wanted to say thank you very much for participating in this great venture of Mississauga. We couldn't miss Mississauga out of all the other centers we're opening. I have to give credit where it's due. Everybody knows 243 Avenue Road. We've been there, we opened that place for Krishna consciousness in January of 1976. And for a long time, that was the only place of Krishna Bhakti under the Hare Krishna banner. And then some of our devotees got the idea, well, why don't we do something in Brampton? It's at the far northwest corner of Toronto. And so it was Vaishnava Janaki and friends who were a little bit bold and decided to do something. After all, it's a long drive to go to downtown for many people. So as Dharma Guru had mentioned, this Mississauga place, this destination, is making it easier for people who live in this area. That's the idea. So you don't have to cram your way, try to find a parking spot, try to deal with the traffic, going to downtown. This is going to make it a lot easier. That's the logic, you know? And plus, with the population kind of exploding amongst the Vaishnava community, I'm talking about people who are followers of Vishnu, followers of Krishna. You know, many people have moved here. Some of you are having babies. And you want to share the culture with them. So therefore, we have this glorious place now. And I just want to give credit to the devotees, Mahavishnu, Prabhu, Dharma, and others. I think you'll be recognized. There will be a moment for all of you. Am I right about that? Good, good. You'll get to see Mahavishnu with this beautiful mustache and his great smile in a few minutes. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so we've come together, different yatras, and I was told I was earlier today in the Brampton Center, and the temple president there, Radha Gopinath, was saying that, well, look at, already devotees have been coming together here in Mississauga, and Brampton hasn't suffered much. In fact, more people have filled in. If there's any gaps now, it's filled in. So that's the idea. We'd like to see that in not every town or village, but every maybe every 2 blocks. Has anybody ever been to Montreal? Anybody visited Montreal? That's a city of churches. And almost every 2 blocks you see a big Catholic church. So they had the idea, a vision. We will make accessible a place of worship and prayer and glorifying God in these facilities. So now, this is a beautiful community center, rented space, and that's the way we're going to carry on for a while. But our new crew, our new team is, will have their 1-year plan, 2-year plan, 5-year plan, and in 10 years, there's going to be a few temples around in Mississauga. That's what I think. I hope the dream will come true, okay? We'll become so popular, the Krishna conscious centers will become so popular by dint of their politeness, kindness, joyfulness, good food, good music, great tattva or great philosophy. People will be drawn. Why not? And I think all of you know, this is the oldest still surviving, let's say, religion or faith, dharma on the planet. Really, that's something to be proud of. And we'd want to see it diminish. Some of the challenges will be, and are, how do we get our young folks to stay connected or stay interested in what they were born into? This is not such an easy thing to do when you consider that the pop culture has taken hold of everybody's minds and everyone's brains. So what to do about that? The key to that success is the love is there, the prasadam is there, it's really nice, and we don't mind serving veggie burgers if that's what it takes. Offer it to Krishna, and then serve it to the people who come for the Hare Krishna veggie. I'll go to the temple. I'll go to the local temple. There'll be veggie burgers. Yahoo! There might be pizzas. Offer to Krishna. Prasadam, very special. Those are the kind of things we can look forward to. And I wanted to say too that it's really been a pleasant experience, the transition of going from, some of you were very active in the Brampton Center and now have gravitated to this location. And I want to thank Radha Gopinath Prabhu. Are you here? Maybe he's not here now, but he will come. He was very instrumental. It was 2 years ago I said to Radha Gopinath, listen Prabhu, I'm going to come out here so I don't have a ball. In 2 years from now, we really need to have a place in Mississauga. And so he said, Maharaj, wait for 2 years. Wait. That's going to take me a little time, So then I reminded him just earlier in the spring, 2 years is up now. And it's time to open up the floodgates. And he was so cooperative about it. And I asked the team here, which involved Nima, Nita, and Indra, and a few others, who can we get to, let's say, open the facility or find a place. And so we selected names, and they came forward, and it was just like a nice, easy sail from then on. There was nothing really begrudging. I sensed in Radha Gopinath, oh, you're going to take Dharma away, our main book distributor. And I said, well, he lives in Mississauga, You've got to let him go and find some other people to fill in the gaps. So that's called management. And now I'm going to finish with this. When Srila Prabhupada was about to leave, back in 76, 77, leave us for Krishna's abode, he asked his disciple, Giriraj Maharaj, who had been helping Prabhupada in the Juhu temple project. And he said, what do you think it will take to make things, to see that our movement in general to carry on? And his answer was along these lines. Just ask everyone to be a little quiet. Hare Krishna. Let's be a little bit civilized, be a little quiet. Thank you. Okay, and so Giriraj Swami, he said, Prabhupada, I think that if everyone is the current devotees are very serious about their sadhana, about their chanting and their principles and devotion, that this will allow us to be successful. And you know what Prabhupada said? He said, that's not the answer I was looking for. You know what he said? He was talking along the lines of, I want good management and lots of intelligence used. I guess he figured there was already lots of bhakti, but maybe what is missing sometimes is doing things intelligently. Decisions have to be made by members of the management. And we always praise those devotees who come forward to make things go. And it's not always so easy to manage some people who are coming to a volunteer organization. It's not always that easy. There's lots of festivals to arrange for. And frankly, sometimes people are a little bit difficult, the oddball, and they are around. Maybe 1 out of 300 people are just a little bit a pain in the neck, you know what I mean? Okay, so the human dynamic is oftentimes the most difficult thing to deal with, you know. It's easy to deal with walls and lights and floors and cameras and all that, but when it comes to people sometime, oh my God, holy moly, you know, really. So we're just asking for sincere endeavors with this project. And like I said, it was a smooth transition. And may we have many more centers like this in Mississauga and all over Canada, Zone 1, and for North America, that's what we call it. We're called Zone 1, by the way, I just want to let you know. And we also have the responsibility of Alaska and Minnesota and the 2 Dakotas and Montana and Wyoming. So we've got Yellowstone National Park, that's part of our zone. So we're going to try to convert the bison and the grizzly bears and the wolverines. If we can succeed in that, then it should be pretty easy for humans, right? Hare Krishna, thank you. So again, thanks very much for making this arrangement. And may you have many, many glorious festivals ahead of you. And what a nice facility this has been arranged for all of us, isn't it? Let's thank the devotees once again who got this place together. And it's not just for the grand opening. We're seeing to use this facility for many, many weeks, months to come, and until we get our own place. Yes, there will be fundraising. We will be looking to getting our own place, maybe near a creek, near a babbling brook, where there's lots of trees, maple trees and things like that, and it'll be very beautiful, with lots of grass, green things where our kids can play, maybe a basketball court, maybe even a parking lot, so you don't have to walk all over the way over here, but park your car, your coaches, and your chariots, and so on. So thank you very much. I did ask someone to bring Bhagavad Gita with them. I didn't take the opportunity to read any verse, but I will take that opportunity and liberty to choose one shloka, and here it is, okay? So, tomorrow's going to be the 20th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 30. Let's go to 30. Here we are. This is a good one. Abhichit Sudarachara, Vajati Mam Ananya Bhak, Sadhu Reva Samandavya, Samyag Vivasito Hisaha. Krishna speaking. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. So thank you very much. If we make a mistake And we do make mistakes. How many people have made mistakes in their life? Put up your hand. How many people have made spiritual mistakes? Spiritual mistakes in Krishna consciousness. Yeah, it's easy to do. It's not a big deal. Anyways, if you do it repeatedly, be careful. If it's done one time, Krishna will forgive. If it's done twice, he'll forgive. If it's done 3 times, he needs a kick. You know, so Krishna will help us in those endeavors. So we'll try to avoid offenses and as much as we can on the spiritual platform. And we'll just try to be as perfect and holy as possible. What do you say? Shall we be holy? Okay, thank you very much. Look at around the room. Look at how colorful people are. Look at the nice clothes they got on. And that's our color. Look at Mataji, full of colors. Great. That's what we want. This is a colorful festival. It's a beautiful culture, and that's why I became a member long ago. I told a group earlier on today that I came from a Christian background, and I like Jesus. But I also, when I found out about Krishna, I liked Krishna and Jesus, you know. And why did I just kind of stayed with Krishna? Well, because it's a rich culture, it's a rich philosophy, there's good music and it's good food, as long as there's not too many spices in it, not too many chilies in there. And good people, loving people, very accepting, you know, all those things convince me that I can like Jesus and I can like Krishna, both at the same time. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for this beautiful discourse. And now I would like to invite Sauryadas Prabhu to please come and speak a few words. Thank you, Prabhuji.